apple cider, but your hair is smelling like fruit punch, and I don't even like you that much. Wait, I do. Fuck. Call.
When using or engaging in social networking sites, it doesn't only have benefits, but also have dangers to consider as well. Today, we will going to learn not only the benefits and the dangers, but also how to guard ourselves when we are engaging or we are using the social networking websites. But before I will formally start this video report, I have prepared an activity entitled Seat Question, wherein I will pick 3 random students and they will answer with their own personal opinion kung ano bang sa tingin nila ang nararapat na sabihin or nararapat na gawin.
If my classmate met someone online and is planning to meet them in person, I would advise her to be very cautious. I'd remind her that not everyone online is who they claim to be, and sharing personal information like her phone number or address can be risky. I would suggest that if she really wants to meet, she should first make sure her parents or a trusted adult know about it, and that the meeting happens in a public place with someone accompanying her.
So in my answer in this question number 2, hindi naman dapat kailangan na i-post agad-agad kasi pwede tayong makasuhan ng cyber libel, which is kahit na hindi natin gusto yung group na yon, kailangan pa rin natin mag-ask permission to them para iwas gulo at iwas kaso. So kahit na ayaw mo dun sa group nila, kahit na ayaw nyo dun sa group nila, kailangan pa rin natin mag-ask question na pwede bang i-post namin tong picture nyo for activities. So wala namang masama if i-ask nyo yung question. So mas mabuti na yung mag-ask kayo kaysa i-post nyo ng dire-diretso nang walang paalam.
If I could cook up the perfect friend, I would like to include ingredients like kindness, honesty, loyalty, and understanding. Kasi for me, the perfect friend, or ang definition ka ng perfect friend, it is not just about the relationship between the two people or a group of people. It is also about how you build it, or like what is the foundation. So my perfect friend is those people, or someone who will be genuinely listen to me when I have problems, or those people that will make me laugh when I am sad and supports me no matter what. Kasi if you want your friendship to be healthy, it is important na magkaroon kayo ng trust, respect, and communication. Just like a romantic relationship. Parang same lang. If gusto mo maging healthy yung both relationship like, kailangan may trust kayo, may respect, and communication kayo. And also, sa perfect friend ko, I want those, like, both friends should care for each other, not one-sided. Kasi, if isa lang yung isa lang yung may care sa inyo, for me, it is not a friend. It is just someone you know, but you don't have a deep relationship with that someone if wala kayong care sa isa't isa. And also forgives mistakes kasi, I do believe that walang perfect friend. Kumbaga, hindi natin maiiwasan na magkakaroon talaga ng mistakes or like misunderstanding, conflicts sa friend na yun. So, for me, forgiving is one of the most important part of that friendship, but it is also depends on the situation. And the last one is stay true even during hard times. Kasi kung yung tinatawag mo na friend is andyan lang siya kapag nasa light ka. But when you are in your darkest, wala siya. I think he or she is not a friend. He or she is just, someone, but hindi mo siya friend. So yeah, those qualities is very important for me kapag may kaibigan ako or makikipag-build ako ng friendship.
Yes, all answers are indeed correct. Advising your friend on what to do when they're meeting people that they have met online, knowing what is right and wrong, and also being aware on how to guard yourself. Now let's discuss the benefits in using social networking sites. Using social networking websites opens an array of benefits for users. The world has become a global village through connectivity. The connection has transcended space and borders. Through connectivity, the world becomes borderless, meaning it's making us one. In using social networking sites, it opens wide benefits for us users. Getting connected to family and friends is now just a few clicks away. It is an easy access to keeping in touch with friends or keeping tabs on family. It provides opportunities for making friends with others who share similar interests and passion. A major advantage of social networking sites is that they provide information. News and views of others around the world can be easily accessed instantly at one's fingertips. With just one simple click, you can easily gain and spread information online. With just one click, you can easily connect to your family or to your loved ones from afar and meet other people online. Social networking sites can support or augment educational activities. How? I have two examples. The first example, your teacher have given you a group task wherein kailangan na siyang ipapasa kinabukasan. But you and your group mates failed to finish it as soon as possible kasi gagabihin sa school, kasi gagabihin at iilan sa mga kagrupo mo ay hindi payagan gabihin. Now, for you and your group to be able to finish that certain task as soon as possible, you need to use social networking site to connect, collaborate, and to communicate para matapos nyo ang isang task na yon agad-agad. Another example is, for instance, nakalimutan ng teacher mo na mag-announce ng isang announcement during day class, and she or he can just easily announce it to you GC anytime and anywhere. That's the benefits of social networking sites in the field of education. Now that we have learned the benefits in using social networking sites, let's proceed to its dangers. Just as there are benefits of having an account in a social networking site or using it in a teaching and learning contexts, there are risks to consider as well. Teachers, as well as parents, are wary of youngsters of using social networking sites due to many negative publicity and real incidents connected to the wrong use of social networking websites. Without the proper guidance of our parents and teachers, our youngsters who's being engaged in using social networking sites can possibly be engaged in the negative social networking incidents. One major risk is making friends online with strangers who may actually be a predator or cyberbully. Hindi lahat ng taong nakikilala natin online ay napagkakatiwalaan or mapagkakatiwalaan even though they seemingly poses as a friend, because we cannot see their true intention dahil nga hindi pa natin sila nakakasama at nakakasalamuha sa personal. There are trolls and cyberbullies that affect those children or youngsters who are being engaged in using social networking sites. Posting controversial and inflammatory messages are also one of the major risks to consider. Topping this risk is also the dangers of some users who's getting hooked onto the internet and may try to learn to ignore the real world. Hindi lang yan. Their ability to socialize is incapacitated as they devote hours or days in using computers or gaming, manifesting to abuse themselves. That's why the guidance of the parents and teachers plays an essential role in protecting our youngsters sa mga risk na pwede nilang kahaharapin. Now that we have discussed the benefits and dangers in using social networking sites, let's learn how to guard ourselves when engaging in social networking sites. When young users prefer to use a social networking website that is outside of school system, teach them to stay safe through some precautionary measures.
The first one is a social networking account has passwords and login details. Secure passwords and keep them private. And huwag magbigay ng mga details ng account mo like passwords and emails para iwas hacking. Second one, log out every time you use public computers para hindi papasukin ng mga taong cyberbully or mga predators na maaaring gamitin ang account mo for fraud or scam. Third, regularly check privacy settings of social networking websites so that only direct friends or those particularly known can see the posts. 4. Online posts are saved and may become a permanent part of their online reputation. As you use the internet, you have a digital footprint which can be traced back to you. So, always think before you click because sometimes ang mga pinopost natin sa social media ay hindi na natin maibubura. Next, seriously consider invites from the contacts unless you know them personally or you are sure of their identity. Like text, huwag basta-basta mag-accept ng invites could be considered offensive or humiliating to another person, then you refrain from posting or uploading. Meaning to say, kaya ng sabi ko, think before you click. Consider others people's feelings first. If offensive ba sa kanila, then wag mo nang ituloy mag-post. 7. Using appropriate language is essential. The tone when communicating or sending social networking messages should be respectful. Avoid capitalizing your messages because it is considered as shouting. So, you need to choose or to pick right words para hindi ka ma-misinterpret ng iba at hindi ka makasakit ng kapwa mo. 8. Better to be safe than sorry. You should accept friends and connections when you are sure of the person's identity. Personally meeting someone you only met online is discouraged. Even if the sincerity of having a personal meeting looks convincing, it would be better if you will be accompanied. Huwag kang basta-basta makipagkita sa mga taong nakilala mo lang online kahit na convincing naman ang pagkikipagtungo nila sa'yo or pakikipagkaibigan nila sa'yo. Always be sure na merong trusted adult na may alam sa mga ganyan. Number 9. When there is an indication of harassment or abuse, it is advised that you report this by clicking the report button of abuse. It is better still to talk to friends or trusted adults about this case or about the case. Meaning to say, wag na wag kang magdadalawang isip na magsumbong if you feel na you are being abused or being harassed online. And feel free to click the report button para ma-report ang mga taong nag-i-indicate ng abuse or harassment sa iyo. Lastly, bully takes place even in social networking websites. Cyberbullying uses the sites, messages, updates, and other functions to harass, intimidate, humiliate, taunt, or pick on individuals. When this happens, you can do the following actions. A. Ignore the behavior by not responding at all. B. Block the person. C. Click the report button of abuse. Or D. Talk to the trustworthy adult about it. Sinasabi dito na if ever you encounter a cyberbully person, you have to do those things, the letter A, the letter B, and the letter C, and the letter D, para iwas tayo sa anumang incident na pwedeng makapa-apekto sa atin mentally and physically.
It is important to know the benefits, the dangers, and how to guard ourselves when using social networking sites so that we will be aware and for us to know what to do for us to have a better and safer life in the digital world.
Now let's proceed to lesson 2, the online resources, educational sites, and portals.
A quote from Confucius that says, "When you know what you know and you do not know, that is true." knowledge. Means that real wisdom is recognizing both your strengths and your limits, knowing what you understand and being honest on what you don't understand.
In planning a day's lesson, there is a wide range of references that can be used to relate well with learners of this age. Online resources, sites and portals suggest tools and describe how can they be used to engage learners.
In this topic, we were going to learn the educational sites and portals.
A lot of information are found in the net. These can be explored and studied to determine their relevance to the lesson. There are concerned parties that host educational services through websites and portals. Like a door, the portal opens to a virtual rooms where activities, tools, applications, articles provide ideas and suggest ways on the use of technology tools. One example that can be further explored is educational technology and mobile learning. This blog site is a rich repository rather of tools and applications assembled and curated for teachers and educators by teachers. They evidently understand the pedagogical needs, hence the arrangement of categories with responding suggested sites or tools, and even applications for Android or iPads. Tools, applications, and tech charts, books, links, and many more are found in categories arranged by subject area or competency.
It means the internet offers many useful educational resources. Websites and portals act like gateways where teachers can find tools, activities, and articles to support teaching. One example is educational technology and mobile learning, which provides well organized lists of apps, tools, and materials that are made by other teachers to help other educators choose resources based on subjects or skills. And now, let's proceed to the educational technology on mobile learning.
What is the right mindset of a teacher in using the digital tool? With the fast-paced development of technology, educational sites, portals, or application, change is inevitable. Working on a particular tool at the moment will sure change. As designers continually work to upgrade the features and design the tool to integrate new aspects, this is expected. That is why knowing a digital tool and its features may not be enough because there is a tendency of it evolving through time. As you prepare to become a teacher by learning how to utilize these digital tools, you need to have the right mindset or a way of thinking how these tools can be effectively integrated in the lesson. A lot of teachers may find it daunting to use technology tool in a lesson. The anxiety to explore the possibility can be overwhelming, but for one who has the openness to learn and continuously study the features of the tool can possibly lead to a more productive way of designing a technology-enhanced lesson. Hold on to the positive attitude and openness to learn. Nurture the curiosity and sustain the passion to improve practice. Persevere as you will learn to adapt to the evolving digital tool. Once you get the habit of exploring the tools, perhaps taking one step at a time and expanding your ideas on how to creatively use the appropriate tools in the class, you will eventually see your transformation as a teacher who is becoming more relevant and effective in teaching content while at the same time develop learners' capacity to be creative and think critically and become collaborative and effective communication in the 21st century.
This means that the technology keeps changing. So just Knowing a tool is not enough. As future educators, you must stay curious, open, and willing to learn new features. By slowly exploring and adapting to digital tools, you can design better ideas or lessons and help your students become creative, critical thinkers, and good communicators. And that's it for my video report. I hope you learned something. Thank you.